Well, I might as well say it this way because it's this type of episode. Welcome back to another podcast, everybody. It's time for another great 60 minutes of nonstop action. We got your two boys, Matt and Mike. Matt, how are you today? How are things, my friend?
Life is just like a movie this past week. So many things have happened, but good and bad, crazy twists and turns. But that's life for you. You just got to be expected for anything life throws at you. And we're here. We're here for another great episode. How are things with you?
You want to talk about some nostalgia really quick, Matt?
Absolutely.
So I was at a little luncheon today, and there was somebody from the luncheon who was giving out kind of like swag bags. So gave out some swag bags. I got one of those, I call them like poppers. So like it's rubber and like you push. Yeah. And like you pop the other, like they pop the other way and yada yada. So
it's huge right now. Kids are huge into them.
Yeah. I know Jenna sees them quite a lot in her job. So number two, I got this hand sanitizer. And, you know, typical swag, you know, during a pandemic, you want some hand sando. So I was looking at it, cute little bottle, had a little carrying pouch with it, like with the rubber like covering case to it. I don't really carry around a pack of hand sanitizer. I mean, I have them in places like my car, my office, but I don't typically carry one around. Mm-hmm. So I was looking at the contents, and of course it had the logo of the people who were there, and on the back it said blueberry scented. And I'm like, oh, I love blueberry. Like, this is great. So I decided to just try it out. So I tested it out, I poured it on, and then started rubbing my hands. And I'm like, all right, I gotta smell it. Smelled it. Matt, it smelled like the electric lemonade.
Oh, God. I don't know what I would do if I smelled that.
I was like, I was like, oh my God, like tripped down memory lane, and I smelt it so bad. And I went to Lonnie's office. I'm like, because she got one too, my boss. I'm like, did you smell the hand sanitizer yet? She goes, what? I'm like, okay, just don't like put on the hand sanitizer and forget about it because what?
Yeah, I don't know what my mind would do if I smelled electric lemonade. I can already still like taste it. I really can. It's just imprinted in my taste buds. It's imprinted in my memory. I love it. Don't think I could ever drink another one.
And meanwhile, it's also imprinted in your memory, but it also is starting to resemble the color of your tongue, because that was always another downside of having electric lemonade, that it would always stain your tongue, but like color your tongue blue.
Yes. Yeah, that's tough. The last time I actually had an electric lemonade drink, Secrets in Ocean City, they have a frozen electric lemonade. That I will drink. That is very good.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Matt, I'm looking forward to vacation, and I'm sure you are too.
I cannot. I have a few vacations planned this year.
I have finally got a vacation. I don't know if I've shared this with you yet.
I don't think so.
So I'm sharing it with the world. I won't tell them when, but we'll still have the episode. Don't worry.
Right. As we will when I have my vacation.
So for a week, we're going to be looking for the treasure. We're going to Outer Banks for a week.
Oh, that's sick.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I've always heard the Outer Banks is really cool.
Finally finalized some things. And yeah, we're going to Outer Banks. So it's my first time there, so I'm really excited for it.
No, that's awesome. I've always wanted to go to the Outer Banks just because it's kind of cool. Outer Banks are like Myrtle Beach, I feel like, is one of the things we're like, got to do it once just to say like, oh, our vacation in the Carolinas. That's really exciting. Outer Banks is really cool. And also just like the beach, like a whole week at the beach. Like, you can't get better than that.
There's a lot of amenities that really contribute to the week. So I'm really excited. But the point of me saying that was there's going to be a lot of drinking happening. So I'm totally ready for it. And I'm totally excited for it when things come down.
Yeah, I will be drinking around the world in Epcot in less than 2 months.
Nice.
Yeah. Can't wait for that.
Have you ever tried to do that yet? Or
I've only ever been to Disney once. I was in 3rd grade. So
why didn't you try it, Matt?
Well, maybe against child labor, not child labor, child laws,
liquor laws,
same thing. Child liquor laws.
Did you say child labor laws?
We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to bring it up. Yeah, but I don't think they serve alcohol at the Nickelodeon hotel where we stayed at the time. I don't know what's in the slime. Maybe.
See, maybe that's something like maybe that's one of those things that we as kids didn't really understand until now. Like they always say, like Squidward from SpongeBob, like we don't understand why he's so miserable at work. And then now we actually realize why he's so miserable at work.
Yeah, I know it's ahead of its times.
Maybe it's the slime. Maybe there's something in the slime that we really haven't. And that's why like all the people who got slimed were like so excited. Like, oh my God, it got in my mouth. But it's like, oh, it's so good. It's in my mouth. Like try clipping that piece of audio.
Yeah. Well, bonk. Yeah, what if there's actually alcohol in the slime?
You know what? We at the Funny Business Podcast like to verify our information and never be wrong. What is in Nickelodeon slime? That's literally the first thing that comes up.
It's probably just regular slime.
So there's actually
vodka.
What?
I don't know.
What? Did you say an expletive? Do I have to
say
vodka? Oh, I thought you said something else. I'm like, what?
No.
So this is from Nickelodeon.fandom.com, very verified website. Slime has been used on every messy game show on Nickelodeon in some way, shape, or form, and has become a staple for the Kids' Choice Awards. The slime is simply a mix of vanilla pudding, applesauce, green food coloring, and a little oatmeal.
What the hell you put applesauce in there for? What does the applesauce do?
That's why it looks so disgusting.
Well, I thought it was. I assumed it was green food coloring. Applesauce, that threw me off.
17.com reports that it's vanilla pudding and green food coloring.
Interesting. Now we have applesauce gate or slime gate.
Slime gate.
You heard it here first, folks.
So yeah, Matt and I are going to get slimed eventually. But Matt,
let's say you start a podcast or you're running your own side hustle and have a bunch of links that you want your audience to know about. As a podcast, Matt and I have all of our social media, all of our podcast links, and other important things. Make it easier for your followers to find your important links, social media, and latest content by having it all in one page with solo.to. I'll be honest, I have used similar websites like this, but nothing compares to solo.to. All of your links are clean and easy to navigate. Have an upcoming video? It's really easy to make those changes. Plus, solo.to has opportunities to upgrade to include more customization, advanced analytics, and so much more. Solo.to is giving us a special opportunity for you to get 10% off if you create an account and upgrade. Be sure to go to solo.to/funnybusiness to create your account today.
it's time. We're still talking about nostalgia. We were talking about Nickelodeon. Go figure.
Yeah.
Let's bring a little nostalgia back to the podcast. Let's play another awesome game of What's the Word? What a great way to start some conversation with the podcast. For those who are starting off this year with us, thank you, welcome. This is a simple game that was inspired by the Try Guys with the Tripod. So shout out to Zach, Keith, Ned, Eugene, and Miles Bonsignore. For this game, it's Eugene's game. What he does is he literally picks a word and it kind of spurs the conversation from that. So I'm on randomwordgenerator.com. As always, Mr. Matthew, how many clicks do I have to do in order for me to get to the first word that we'll discuss today?
I forgot about that. 3.
1, 2, 3. Matt, the first word is reckless.
Reckless. Do you think we ever in college did anything like so reckless that would go like viral on social media or like posted on Barstool or anything like that?
I feel like I have.
Oh?
Yeah. I think you weren't there. That's why.
Can't think of it.
So let me tell the story. Let me tell the story. I could tell the story. So it was back in the fall semester. We were all of age and we decided to do some shots. Shots of Bacardi.
Responsibly.
Yeah, responsibly. We were all packed in for the night. So we're doing little shots of Bacardi. Don't ask me why. That's a stupid college decision.
Very bad.
So let's just say we had a few. I let's say I forgot the night. And we were trying to enter one of our roommates' rooms. Not with force, but like we were just cracking up jokes and like trying to enter in. And he made the wise decision to open the door quickly. I lost balance. His desk was close to the door. I fell forward. My chest made contact straight with the desk corner.
Yeah, you're lucky you didn't hurt yourself more.
Yeah, I'm lucky I didn't
That was
die.
a dangerous fall. Yeah, you really are. Like you could have like punctured a lung or something like that. Had to go to the hospital.
It was funny. It was right down the center. Like so, it was at the probably the strongest part of my rib cage. Like if it was anywhere else, I would probably have to go to the hospital.
Yeah, no, probably you definitely would have, or at least have been a bleeder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we were that reckless in college. I think we were pretty responsible.
I think I could think of some fun things.
We've had fun things, but nothing like too reckless that like. What was that?
For you?
No, nothing.
Really?
I'm an angel.
We want to talk about homecoming?
We don't have to talk about homecoming. No, we don't talk about that.
I missed you this year, man.
Yeah, I know. I think I should be good for this year. I'm hoping.
Lovely. It was nice that I felt like I didn't have to cater anybody. Like I feel like I'm like when you're there or like any of our friends are there, like I feel responsible, not in the sense of taking care of you guys, but like obviously wanting to like socialize with you and like enjoy your time together. Whereas like I am like 90 different places on homecoming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to homecoming this year. I should be able to go. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But you know, we got months for that to happen.
We got a ton of months. Matt, the next one. Private.
Have you ever posted like a private story, Snapchat, Instagram? Have you?
Mm-hmm.
I never. Maybe it's because I don't have a lot of people on Snapchat. It's like huge. Like a lot of people do it.
Speaking of Snapchat, Matt, I actually made a life-changing move with my Snapchat.
Oh.
I changed my username.
Oh, did you?
You can change your username now in Snapchat.
I did not know you could do that.
Can change it once a year. And, you know, Gumby_14 just didn't seem like
wasn't cutting it anymore. I don't even know what mine is. I'm going to look it up.
I think it's still Matt Speed.
I think it's Matt Speed, which I'm probably going to keep.
Matt Speed 47.
Yeah, 90. Yeah.
96.
Yep.
Did you change your Twitter username a little while back?
I believe I did.
Yeah.
I'm fairly positive I did.
For some reason, I was cutting through some old tweets this weekend, and I saw that I was tagging you, and your username wasn't showing up as blue. So curious about that.
Also, shout out to us. We're getting our snap streak back.
Yes.
We are at 8 days, which is the highest it's been in a long time.
8 days, baby. Let's go.
Yes. On the road to 365.
On the road to a year.
One day at a time.
Matt, if you had to choose, would it be the podcast or the Snapchat?
Both. Choosing both.
Never mind. Next one. Glare.
I don't know why sunglasses. Just sunglasses. I love sunglasses. Today was a great day for sunglasses. It was nice and sunny. It was like 50 outside. It was actually kind of nice. But we're at the point in the calendar year, but maybe not for you because you don't have a long drive. And I only have like a 15, 20-minute drive to work. But the sun is now up in the morning. And every time I enter the hill to go up to the stadium, sun's right in my eyes, so I need the sunglasses.
Only for that time, right?
Some other times.
Yeah. The only time it applies to me is when I'm going to see Jenna where she lives. And that whole entire way, the sun is setting that whole entire way in that direction. It's the worst.
You know, that's something that a lot of people, I didn't realize as an adult I had to consider this, but now I do. Like if you have like a 45-minute drive to work, you really don't want to have to drive into the sun and drive home in the sun because that's going to suck. Like I do know people that actually consider where they live depending on where they work so they don't have to drive into the sun going home and back.
You've heard some people make that account?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I it's funny. I actually the sun actually goes like in between my home and work. Like it's weird. Like here's my home. Like it's kind of like three ducks in a row. Like the duck in the middle is where the sun moves. So
that's kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean it's worth it. It's worth it for pictures. It's always nice in the morning. There's this one building in particular that always looks beautiful in the sun because the sun is literally exposing the entire front of the building. That looks really nice. And then it's made for good sunsets because it rises and sets over that same building itself.
We haven't really had a good sunset here in a little while that I've noticed.
We
It's
haven't
cloudy
either, now that I'm thinking about it. With the snow, too, and everything like that, it's not fun trying to be outside and trying to take a photo.
No, we're also, I just realized we're like 4 weeks away until daylight savings again.
Yes.
That's crazy. I feel like daylight savings was literally just like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I can't wait either. Oh, going home and it's still sunny until like 7. It's the best.
Oh. Yeah. Next one.
Whoa.
Advertise.
Wow. So many things you can go in this one. Do you have anything?
The thing that comes to mind is Super Bowl, but we talked enough about that in the previous episode. So, advertising, I have something to say. A little piece of advice for anybody who's in some type of marketing role or anything like that.
Go off, King.
Don't put your eggs all in one basket when it comes to advertising.
Correct. Yeah.
You got to have...
everybody's going to do the same thing.
You got to have your digital media. You got to have your traditional media. And then you just simply got to have your word of mouth. And if you feel like you are putting all your eggs in one basket, then you are taking away some of the opportunities you have with the other advertising things.
Yeah, I mean, and also, like, if you just do all digital advertising, not everybody's on digital. Or if you do all traditional, that's definitely not the way to go this year. It's kind of like a portfolio with, like, investing. You got to have a little bit of everything. Advertising, you got to do a little bit of everything. Obviously, focus. What was that?
Are you investing right now?
That's the goal for the future.
Stonks.
Yeah, but you got to do a little bit of everything because you got to hit as many people as possible.
Amen. Any other thing to add? I know I kind of took over that conversation.
Be creative. I mean, there's so many different things you can do in advertising and just coming up with something new. Like, yeah, it's easy to say, like, this company does that, let's do that. But what can you do different that you're one of the few companies that does do it and gets good success out of it?
Yeah, you're right about that, man. Next one, dress.
So I have a big event at work this week. Pretty significant, probably my biggest event of the year that I have to plan, that I've been planning on for the past 3-4 months. And it's a business professional event, so gotta wear a new suit.
Suit? I
am wearing a new suit. Yeah, I just got it. Yeah, I'm so psyched. Yeah, ready for this? Navy.
Oh, that's a good color.
I can't wait.
Don't wear black shoes. Make sure you wear...
No, I got brown shoes.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
Trust me. I did that to work last week. I wore like navy dress pants, kind of like navy khakis, and like black shoes. And it was like 10:30, and I'm sitting at my desk. I looked down at my shoes, and I'm like, "What the did I do this morning? Like, why would I do this?" And then I was texting April. I think she I went to her house after work, and she was like, "What are you wearing?" I'm like, "I don't know what I did this morning."
Khakis.
I can explain. Like, what am I doing? Don't ever. I can't believe I did the navy and the black. I'm so pissed at myself.
Sometimes you get in a habit, and that's okay.
Yeah, it is. And then I got the tan belt to go with it.
There you
go. I'm pumped.
I've been meaning to venture out and getting a new navy suit because my first one didn't fit me. So gotta do that. Well,
also, little pro tip for all the men out there. If you buy a new suit, just buy a new shirt and tie with it, just so you know you have one thing that matches. Like, yeah, you might have different shirts at home, and they should match. But if you're gonna buy a new suit, just buy a whole fit. Buy a tie, buy a shirt, pocket square if you wear one.
The whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards. Socks. Don't forget about the socks.
Socks make the outfit.
They really do.
Are you wearing some themed socks?
I don't think so. I got navy socks I'll probably wear. Or I got tan socks. I don't really know which one would be better.
I would go black.
Black socks?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Can't wear black and navy.
Well, I guess I'm thinking like your pant leg is covering kind of to your shoe. So
I got time to figure that out.
Whatever.
Right.
As long as you're wearing brown shoes with your navy, I'm happy for you.
I'm ready.
Because that was the first thing when I wore my navy suit. My boss goes, "Are you wearing?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm wearing brown shoes."
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Can't be that guy.
Yeah, right. Next one, baby. Do you think, Matt, people are tired of hearing our Anchor ad?
Yeah, probably. But let's be honest, if it wasn't for Anchor, we would not be doing a podcast.
You're right, Matt. Once again, we have to thank Anchor for helping us continue to make each episode. Y'all know how it works. Anchor is free. It's easy to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, and distributes your podcast to platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more.
And you all know that you can make money too, even with the first couple episodes that you start with.
So why haven't you started your own podcast yet? Anchor is everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's anchor.fm.
So, Mike, when do you think we'll stop talking about Anchor?
Oh, man, Matt. You know what? To be completely honest, I think we'll be talking about this for a long time.
Did you see that fight that the baby got into at a bowling alley?
What? Where did this come from?
I saw it on Twitter. He was literally like in a fist fight with like 5 other guys, like in the middle of the lanes.
At a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Sounds like some GTA shit right there.
Which, speaking of bowling, did I tell you me and April went bowling this weekend?
I saw a Snapchat story. Remember that was probably the first time we were all Snapchatting. And like it was our entire Snapchat group that was Snapchatting. Like that's the first time in ages that has ever happened.
In a long time. That was fun. We bowled 5 games in 2 hours. My arm is still like, I'm stretching my arm like this. If you look on YouTube, like stretching it like this, like pulling the hand back, it's sore. It's bad.
Is your forearm sore too?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
It's mostly just like my
Go ahead, Matt.
My arm. Moving on.
My leg.
My arm is sore. Basically, is what it leads up to.
It's usually this muscle. It's literally like a line that goes from like kind of where my elbow bends to like kind of my wrist. Like that is always like part muscle that. Look at us two non-health science people trying to explain the muscle.
So smart. Yeah.
Matt, the next one.
Yep.
Glove.
I'm not a big glove guy in the winter.
Oh, okay. Why?
They don't work. I don't know. Like I just feel like my hands get cold, but never cold enough that I think to myself, you know what? I need to buy a pair of gloves.
I have this really nice pair of Under Armour gloves. They're like thin, but like totally not like puffy. Like I can roll them up and I can put them in my pocket. So then in the event that I do need them, I can pull it out, roll it out, and then be able to do it. In most cases, it's when I'm scraping my car of ice or snow. So I don't get snow on my hands.
That's really the only time I do wear gloves is when I shovel or clean my car off.
Do you know the location? I have a fun question for you. Do you know the location of your baseball mitt? Glove, I should say.
It's in the garage somewhere. I don't know exactly where.
It's in my closet.
Yeah. Every guy has to know where that is.
Yeah.
It's a requirement.
Play catch. Or as some weird people say, have a catch.
I think that comes from Field of Dreams.
Oh, okay.
Let's have a catch.
There's always been this huge debate. Is it play catch or have a catch?
I think that's where the debate comes from is Field of Dreams. Fairly positive.
All right, Matt, let's see how we do in this one. Ecstasy.
Never done it.
Neither have I. Next one. Skip.
Skip.
Okay, let's skip it. Next one. Pin.
Pin? P-I-N?
Yep.
Let
me ask you this.
Yeah.
Pins. Pins. How many games did you win in bowling?
4 out of 5.
Nice.
Yep. Didn't break 100
That's
once.
some male dominance right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Did not even hit 100 once.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You haven't played in a while, I'm
It was
assuming.
tough. I have not played in years. And I would get I'd be really good. For my first ball, I would get 7. I could not get a spare to save my life. I had probably 5 strikes, I think, total in the night. I just couldn't get a spare. It was so bad.
You averaged a strike a game.
Yeah, pretty much.
My mom, did you know my mom was, and she's going to hate me when I say it this way, was a semi-professional bowler.
Really?
Kind of, yeah.
That's awesome.
She was a force to be reckoned with, let me put it that way. Mom, I can't even tell you some of the accolades, but she would kick my ass in bowling. If I told her, hey, do you want to go bowling?
I love bowling. It's so fun.
It's a nice get together. And it also is nice too because it's very rhythmic. So depending on how many people you have, if it's 2 people, it's kind of fair. But you bowl, you kind of step back, you bowl again, and then you go back and you're there with your beer like that. And then it's that cool. And then your next couple people come up and then do it again, do it all over again.
Best part about this place was it had a bar. So I was drinking liquor drinks. That was awesome.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yikes.
It's called the Lucky Strike. It was Bacardi,
Mm.
blue curacao, and pineapple juice.
Speaking of the blue carousel.
It's so good.
Matt, next one. Rub.
You know what I did a couple weeks ago?
Massage.
I exfoliated my back.
By yourself?
Exfoliating scrubs. No. I had some help because obviously I can't reach my back.
Really?
But let me tell you, my back has never been softer. In the shower, cleaning it, it feels amazing. I've never exfoliated before. I still couldn't tell you what exfoliating is. But it really does help.
Makes you just feel better.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Makes you feel good.
Mhm.
Makes you feel good. Next one. Simplicity.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Kiss it.
Mhm.
Next one. Tissue.
I really hate using tissues that don't have the Vicks Vapo stuff in
Like
it.
the
Have you
scent?
seen those? Yeah, no, not the scent. It's a softer tissue that has kind of medicine in it,
Okay.
kind of thing. They're the best. I hate using any other kind of tissue.
Do you know what's even worse than that?
What?
Not using a tissue for a tissue related job.
Yeah.
For something like your nose. A
Yeah.
paper towel, you're it's ugh.
Or
a
if
little
you try to
chunky.
use a tissue to clean up a little spill, it's awful.
Yeah, that's tough. So
Yeah.
Matt, 2 more. Conversation.
Nothing beats a good conversation, just in general. It's just a really good conversation, a deep conversation with someone. It's the best.
Jen and I had I'm sure it probably relates to relationships a little bit more. Jen and I had a really good conversation this past weekend. That's all.
Yeah, it just makes you feel good.
Yeah. I feel good. Matt, second to last one. Chimney.
As kids, did we really think Santa slid down the chimney?
Listen, man. If you could fit in that pair of pants, Santa can fly down that chimney. Shoot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm just saying.
It's a fair point.
We had a stove that it was kind of a gas stove at my old house, the original house that I basically grew up in. And I think I questioned my parents. How is Santa going to get in the house when we don't have an actual fireplace?
Yeah, that's a tough question because you never know.
My parents, I forget how they did it. They're like, oh, they go through the front door. I'm like, what?
Oh. Yeah, I don't think I've ever lived in a house that had a chimney, so I just never really thought of it.
Matt, the last one. Die.
Die? D-I-E or D-Y-E?
Yes, D-I-E.
I'm glad. So I have a fake succulent at my desk at work. I'm glad I don't have a real one because I would die instantly. 100%. I would never remember to water that thing.
the word die, actually, it's funny what comes up. For some reason, work was a little stressful. I mean, work's just been stressful. There was this song in The Wedding Singer that Adam Sandler used to sing, and I'll send it to you later. And it's like, I want to effing die.
Oh God.
Like it's, but it's so like it's supposed to be like really like crude humor. Like he's just playing it for this girl. I've never watched The Wedding Singer, so I really don't know the context, but like it's this really like nice song to start off with, and he just like rips it. He's like, somebody kill me, please.
Oh God. Poor guy. He's going through it.
Oh yeah, he's going through it. So it actually was played at one of my communications courses. They're like, "You guys ever seen this? This is kind of how we feel today." And we're like, "Yeah, we kind of feel this way today."
Oh no. Oh,
so
God.
we're all young professionals now. So we're all alive and well. Yes, it did. So, and that, my friends, is another edition of What's the Word.
Let's keep this moving. Let's do a few segments, Mike.
Okay. A few segments.
Let's do a few. Let's get into it. Let's get crazy. Let's get crazy with some Would You Rather. Oh yeah. I think I got some good ones for today.
I'm ready.
We're gonna start off. I have a few. I don't know how many we'll do. We'll see where time's at. First two are gonna be sport related.
Okay.
Kind of. Would you rather be a successful coach, like a head coach, or a successful general manager?
Coach.
Why?
Because every time, and I don't know if it's just my lack of, I don't want to say knowledge, but just like my lack of awareness, that when it comes to like championship games, like NBA Finals, NFL, Super Bowl, I almost said NFL Finals, like the World Series, like, you know, the team is all like happy and go lucky. And then when they have like the award presentation, there's always the general manager that comes out and it's like, who the hell is this guy? But then the coach is there and they coached them. I get the dynamic. They're the ones that manage to get the team together and the coach is what coached the team to win. But I think there's more of it more resonates with the coach than it is a general manager.
Yeah, it's true. I think I'm gonna go general manager on this one, just because, like, if you do win a championship, not only do you get credit for hiring the coach, but you also get credit for like building the team. And I think as a general manager, your leeway is more than a coach. Like, if the team starts to struggle, the first person they're gonna blame is the coach, and then if the general manager has a swing of like 3 bad coaches, then they get the blame on them.
Right.
So I think as a general manager, you have more time to be successful, which is why I think if you are successful, I think you can have a longer career than just the coach that wins a championship or two.
I mean, I know some really, I know some ones off the top of my head, like Pat Riley for the Miami Heat. Like he's definitely a big one. The Steinbrenners. Yeah, the Steinbrenners.
Well, technically it's Brian Cashman, but George Steinbrenner was basically the owner and GM.
Yeah. Okay, Brian Cashman even. Yeah, you mentioned that name. I know who that is. But like everyone else, I'm kind of like, okay.
I feel like general managers are more popular in the NBA than any other sport.
Well, I mean, Mark Cuban being one of them. Well, is he owner or general manager?
He's the owner technically, but I think he makes
quite some decisions.
Right. He's an active owner.
Yeah.
Daryl Morey is a big one with the Sixers now. Yeah, I feel like in the NBA, like general managers get a lot more airtime than like any other sport. Like obviously, if you're a fan of your sports team, you probably know who your GM is or have some idea of like who's making the decisions. But I'm thinking off the top of my head, I'm not going to name them, but I know a decent amount of NBA general managers. Where in like the NFL or MLB, I don't think I can name a single other one other than my favorite teams.
Yeah,
which is weird. I don't know why it's like that, but Mike, the Olympics, they happened. I don't really. This was kind of a weird Olympics. Like I feel like the guys got like lost in the shuffle, and I don't know why. I don't know if we all had Olympic fatigue from the summer.
I think very good point.
Yeah, but would you rather finish last in your Olympic event and never compete in world championships. So in years they don't have the Olympics, they have the world championships. So would you rather finish last in your Olympic event and never compete in world championships, or never make the Olympics but win at least one world championship? So basically, would you rather say you're an Olympian but never win anything, or win something and never be an Olympian?
I'd rather win something and never be an Olympian.
I would agree. Because would it be cool to say, "Hey, I'm Olympian"? Yeah. But if you finish last in your event, no one's gonna know that.
I get the whole representation of like the country. Like, yeah, like I'm representing my country, but then if you're representing your country and you get last place in every event, like I don't know how well that is represented.
Yeah, that's a fair point too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Would you rather always be tired or wired, like crazy off the walls?
Sorry.
I don't follow.
It's just it's been it's been a few days, Matt.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm always wired anyway, and I'm always tired, so I can't have a freaking decision on this. But if I really had to, I'd be always wired because I at least feel somewhat awake.
Yeah, the only downfall is like obviously you wouldn't be like sleep a whole lot. But I'd rather, like, if I had the ability to not sleep a lot and not be tired, like that would be awesome. I would still
I'm
drink
yawning
coffee
right now.
Right. That's why they make coffee.
Yes,
Alrighty. This is a fun one.
I'm ready.
Would you rather own 5 of your favorite kind of pet? So let's say for us, 5 dogs, or 1 of your least favorite pet?
Oh, that's
Because 5 is a lot of pets.
5 is
That's
a lot of pets.
That's a lot of animals in the house.
and 5 dogs in the house and
5 dogs or 1 cat. For our sake, if you're a cat person, 5 cats or 1 dog.
Well, I feel like jumping it down to more. Like I feel like a pet I wouldn't like the most. The pet I'd like the least would be a snake. But then, like thinking about it, like, okay, this is gonna be really weird, and like, I can already hear Jenna saying like, "You would never do this." I'd have the pet one pet I like the least, and
You think so?
I'd pick the snake.
Ooh.
I know that's like, I can't
It
see
is tough.
myself. I can't see myself with 5 dogs, Matt. Like
5 dogs is tough, especially like if you want kids, like 2 kids and 5 dogs. Yikes.
or you have 1 kid for each dog, and you have 5 kids and 5 dogs, and like get them as puppies when you have your 5 kids, so that way when they grow up, they can take them with them. Boom.
That's a lot of effort.
Jeez.
That is a lot of effort. Wow, that's a hell of an idea. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably go like 1 of the least favorite cat or least favorite animal. Not that I would pick a cat. I would probably pick like a ferret or something. It's like ferrets. I don't want a ferret.
Ferrets would be cool, man.
No, ferrets are so dirty. They stink.
Really?
Yeah, they stink.
Have you met a person with a pet ferret?
I've heard of people with pet
okay.
ferrets, and they're dirty. They smell. 5 dogs is just a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be kind of like freaked out, like if I did have like a pet snake and like I kind of let it roam around like in the kind of the apartment area, do a podcast, and all of a sudden you just, oh, I'm already thinking about it now. Oh.
If you let me throw this one at you real
Yeah.
quick. If you could own, since we're dog people, if you could own for your first dog any kind of breed you want, no cost, what kind of dog you picking?
German Shepherd.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting choice. It's not a bad choice.
Haas, I mentioned Haas
Yes.
on the podcast before, was the greatest German Shepherd. And so was Molly too. Molly had some already pre-existing issues.
Mhm.
But yeah, German Shepherd.
I think I'd go Corgi.
Katie
I
has
love
a corgi.
I love corgis. Oh, I will love corgis so much. And I've heard they're kind of crazy and they like to run a lot, but that's fine. Like when you get a dog, you should want to do things the dog wants to do.
with their little stubby feet trying to run.
Oh, they're so freaking cute. Oh, I would love one. This is an interesting one. Would you rather have a week off every year for your birthday of work, or would you have an entire month off in the summer?
Do I still get paid for both?
Yes.
Uh,
I'm going to take the month off in the summer. I don't mind working on my birthday. I really don't. I know some people like take off their birthday every year and like whatever. Some people like their birthdays, and I like my birthday too. But I don't think I would ever want a week off just because it's my birthday.
so
I think I'd rather enjoy the summer month.
So I think in the work culture, if the entire organization took a month off in the summer, I would feel better of taking that month off. But if it was you're the only one who takes a month off over the summer, then everyone else starts working, that's when it gets interesting. So I'd rather have it honestly during my birthday. I do love coming into work on my birthday. I experienced it this past December, which was really nice. But yeah, that's week off of my birthday. Unless, go ahead.
I have a crazy birthday this year.
Yeah, you told me that.
Opening day.
Uh-huh.
Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
What if you were able to like respond to emails? Would that change your answer at all?
No.
No. Okay. I was just curious.
My job is more than just answering emails, Matt.
Well, I'm just saying if that was an option. Speaking of work, would you rather get bombarded by work emails or phone calls?
Emails.
I'm going to disagree. And now I don't love work phone calls. I would rather have an email. If I got like bombarded with work emails and I see my inbox just flooded, my anxiety would just go through the roof. I don't care if it's stupid, simple emails. I would rather see like a phone call and know like, okay, I just have to call that person back, and then see. I'm also a person, I don't know if this is you. When I see I have an email, like I stop what I'm doing to check that email, which is a flaw, because then if the email tells me to do something else, I go and do that. I don't know. I get anxiety seeing a lot of emails.
See, if I knew I was being bombarded, and I actually know a colleague that does get bombarded with emails because she's just responsible for lots of data collection assets and all that. The thing that I would be more confident with is running rules on my email account. So like anybody who's from my team, like that goes in a folder. Anybody who's from outside an organization, that goes in a folder. Anything like my marketing, like Amazon or anything like that goes in a folder. So I think, weird question, and it was work related. Do you use Outlook for your work?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, because if it was like Google, like if it was Gmail, like I think there just needs to be a universal foldering system when it comes to emails, period. Because I actually have a few rules in my Gmail account where anything that's Venmo related will go in a folder that's named Venmo. Anything that's related to this newsletter I get will go into a folder like that. So I feel like I'd be able to manage it if I knew I was going to get bombarded with so many emails.
Is it weird that I don't use folders for my emails? I just let them sit in my inbox.
I very rarely do myself, but that's because I manage my inbox okay when it comes to emails.
Right. Yeah, if I need to respond to an email that I read, I'll just mark it as unread, and then I'll see I have an unread email, and I'll go back to it.
Which, hot take, email should not be used as a management tool. Task management tool, I should say.
Yeah. I agree. I got one more.
Hit me.
It's about Netflix. Would you rather only watch Netflix shows? Let me phrase it this way.
Yep.
Would you rather only watch shows from Netflix or movies from Netflix? So that means like if you only pick shows from Netflix, you can't watch TV or you can't watch Hulu shows. If you choose movies, you can't like go see a movie in the theaters. It has to only be on Netflix.
Say that one more time because I got
Yes.
lost.
So TV shows could only be Netflix shows. So you couldn't watch Hulu.
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Too Hot to
Outer
Handle.
Banks, Stranger Things, Shout Out New Season. If you pick movies, it's only movies that are on Netflix. So you couldn't go to the movie theaters. You'd have to wait until that movie potentially goes on Netflix.
I'm going to say TV shows. And which is hilarious because if you would have asked me this question a couple months ago, like a year ago, I would have said movies.
What changed your mind?
So Too Hot to Handle, all 3 seasons.
Yep.
2 seasons of Love is Blind. Friends from College, another one. Outer Banks is another one too. What else have we been watching, Jenna and I? Yeah, I think that's it. But like those things, like I would be willing to watch another season of, and I'd be okay with that. Whereas like movies, you know, like us, like Spider-Man No Way Home, like, and even the worst part is Netflix only has a select few movies that will play on Netflix. And like when is, because some of it is Netflix exclusive too. Like Outer Banks is.
Yep. Stranger Things
is. Too Hot to Handle, Love is Blind. Friends from College? No, I take that one back. Like those are Netflix originals. You can't find them on television. Whereas I feel like you have a little bit more freedom when it comes to the movies.
Yeah, I think I would say movies just because I'm not a big movie person. Like I wouldn't mind just watching a certain amount of movies just because I'm not a person that's going to sit down and watch a ton of movies. But I understand your point too.
Thanks, Matt.
You're welcome. And let's transition one more segment. It is time for Dude. That's f***ing crazy. You all know how this works. Mike, I will let you go first.
I feel like I don't know how many we said in the last
a lot
25 minutes. If you guys realize, for those who, well, no, it's not anything like that. Like it just, me starting it off just gave it that. And then we had some technical difficulties, and if you guys probably heard it or not, I don't know. We don't even know. We're still recording. And now we're at the segment which I'm like, okay, we only said that word in this segment. So sorry, Matt, you gave me a little more work to do. So Matt, let's I thought some human ones today.
Okay.
So let's start with this one first. Planet Earth, right?
Stay classy.
Am I right? Planet Earth? You know, Matt, there's a lot of things that exist on the planet Earth, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that we as humans are the only species that pay to live on the planet?
Yeah. That is true. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because we don't have to kill directly for our food in a way. Like I don't have to go out and kill an animal to eat like other species do. However, yeah, we do need money to live on this earth.
Capitalism, man.
Frickin' capitalism.
Frickin' capitalism.
Thanks, Obama. That was a weird trend. Everyone was just blaming everything on Obama. That was just a weird trend.
Yeah.
This is bizarre.
I feel like every president has one, though.
Yeah, which is kind of sad that we're at that point where we have to give a president a certain momentum. Yeah. I don't even know what to call
it. Joe Byron is Let's Go Brandon.
Yep.
Obama was Thanks Obama.
Yeah.
Trump's was, well, Make America Great. It was the red hat. Like you really synonymous with it. But yeah.
Yeah, Bush got the shoe thrown at him. Yeah, that's a great crazy stat. My first one. So, Mike, did you watch any of the NBA All-Star this weekend?
You know, it was so funny. I missed it, but like I saw a couple of highlights. I saw a couple of recaps. I felt pretty confident. Like if we were talking about it, like I'd have a good feeling. I thought it was great. I thought it was good presentation. The 75th anniversary of the NBA. I thought that was awesome.
Yes. The 75th anniversary. So for those that don't know, the NBA released the top 75 players of all time list, and people got very mad of who was left off, who wasn't left off. I don't know how James Harden made the list over Tracy McGrady. That's all I have to say. But Mike, do you know how many NBA players there have been all time?
What?
How many players have ever played in the NBA, like total number?
Oh, all time. I would say less than 5,000.
That's correct. It's about 4,400.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So to be in the top 75 of players in the NBA of all time, they're the best 1.7%.
So we're saying James Harden is the top 1.7% of all time.
Apparently.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
Right. That is insane. It's insane to think of.
Yeah. It was nice to see some, like, I think Ray Allen definitely being a part of it.
Did you see that video of Ray Allen walking by Kevin Garnett?
Yeah.
Was not happy.
Well, I think it was more LeBron than anything because LeBron was standing next to KG.
Who put LeBron next to Kevin Garnett? Who thought that was a good idea?
They hate each other. The producers are like,
well, yeah, it's genius.
What is up with Shaquille O'Neal waving his tongue out in the past 2 weeks?
Not quite sure.
Does it at the Super Bowl?
Something.
And then does it at the NBA All-Star game?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Also, the memes of Michael Jordan saying like he only showed up because they were playing cards in the locker room. I believe it, 100%.
Did you see that?
I believe
Did you see that exchange with LeBron and MJ? Like LeBron was laughing. I saw a quote that said like, your Disney title doesn't count, right?
Yeah. It's too good. Too good.
See, I feel bad for Michael Jordan because he's already a crying meme. And then he even said at Kobe's funeral, he's like, well, I hope I don't become a crying meme. I have to look at a crying meme for the next year. And now he's becoming a meme again.
Yeah, it's a shame.
You know what was really funny, though? Dennis Rodman's announcement into the top 75. Because he wasn't totally paying attention at all. And then when he got his name announced, he started walking. And he's like, hey, what's up, man? It's like,
did you see Scottie Pippen's hair?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know he had that. I thought he was bald.
Yeah, well, sometimes when you're retired, you tend to do some fun things.
Yeah.
So, well, Matt, we're going to be traveling a little bit in the next couple months, you and I.
Yeah. Yep.
Matt, more particularly for you on a plane. I'm still to be determined, in all honesty, which I'll follow up after the after pod. However, Matt, airports, right?
Yeah,
airports.
Correct.
You've experienced them, correct?
A handful of times, but yes.
Do you particularly like to do anything at the airport? While you wait,
I haven't flown that much. No, not really.
Okay, Matt, you like drinking beer?
I love drinking beer.
I like beer.
I like beer.
So Matt, let's say you and I go to a restaurant. Name like a chain restaurant.
Chili's.
Okay, we go to Chili's. Welcome to Chili's. And we see something. Wait, we go 9 a.m. Go to Chili's at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Kind of unique time for us because we're working, but hey, Chili's it is.
Right.
We look over to the bar. And there's this guy, 9 a.m., pounding multiple beers. What's your reaction on that? 9 a.m., pounding multiple beers.
Is that a regular Chili's?
Yeah.
He's going through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So seeing someone consume multiple beers at a restaurant at 9 a.m. is suspicious. But we move that restaurant inside of an airport, and suddenly it's totally normal.
Correct. No, that makes total sense. Yeah, makes total sense. Dude, that is fucking crazy. But yeah, it's allowed because you're at an airport. Because you know what? Half the times, if you're getting on a plane, you're either starting a vacation or ending a vacation for the most part. Obviously, maybe some work travels, or you're starting a work vacation and leaving a work vacation. You want to celebrate. You get a little break from reality. It's time to relax a little bit. You're at the airport. You're at a Chili's. There's actually in the Orlando International Airport.
Yeah.
There's an escalator, and the escalator takes you up to the Chili's. Like that's what you
Really?
see as you go up the escalator is the Chili's.
I don't remember seeing that when I was in Orlando.
I think it's Orlando. It's one of the airports in Florida. I think it may have closed recently. But that was a big thing. Was they called it the Stairway to Heaven because it just led you right up to the Chili's. But yeah, that's no better way to start a vacation than an airport drink.
I was just thinking, I felt so nervous on my first plane experience whatsoever that I was like, I'll have a water. I mean, it was a conference, so I couldn't put it on a P card, but I was kind of like, I'll have a water.
Yeah, that's normal. Yeah,
but next time, oh yeah, definitely, I'm gonna experience a drink, drink,
right?
Because it's
a little expensive on the plane.
Yeah,
but speaking of airports, Mike, a lot of people. What else do people do on a plane?
Listen to music, read, watch. If your airplane has televisions, they watch a particular movie.
What if it's a long flight?
Sleep.
Exactly, sleep. So there's a sleeping stat. Now, when we're kids, sleep with stuffed animals. Did you ever sleep with a stuffed animal as a kid?
No.
No? Okay. A lot of people like sleeping with stuffed animals. And you think that, after a certain age, you get a little older, you don't sleep with stuffed animals anymore.
Okay.
Did you know that 1/3 of all adults sleep with a comfortable object?
That's my girlfriend.
But 1/3, they sleep with a comfortable object.
33.33333333333333333333 repeating percent.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could see that because some people have like you say comfortable object. So that can mean multiple things. Like that can mean like a body pillow. You might give it a nickname for all we know about.
Right.
What else, Matt? Like, do blankets count as comfortable?
I don't know. I'm going to share something real quick. This is a Squishmallow.
I remember that. Oh, you have a Squishmallow. Oh man.
So this is Wendy.
I'm judging you so bad right now.
Don't listen.
I am judging you so bad right now.
I don't care. Listen, sometimes it's just nice to just have like a little thing to squeeze at night. So this is Wendy. What does that look for?
I have so many questions.
Ask away.
When did you get that?
So I technically did not buy this. This was left at my house from someone.
Stranger?
Right. But yeah, so once in a while I will hold Wendy when I sleep. And you know what? It helps you sleep, so I don't really care.
Do you know who I like to cuddle with before I go to bed?
Who? Light.
Beautiful can of an IPA.
There it is.
Not every night because that's alcoholism.
That's correct. Yeah, you don't want that.
No. Okay.
It helps.
Do you remember? And Jenna knows the story. Do you remember I had a whale shark stuffed animal my junior year in college?
No. What the hell was that?
That was my fridge.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
I had it as an anniversary present from an ex-girlfriend. Do you remember it now?
No, I don't.
Oh, I guess I guess I put it out when she visited, and then when I was done, I actually put it away.
Oh, wait, I do remember that.
You remember that?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, man, I forgot about that. That's a memory I never thought I'd have again. LOL.
You're right. It's just the dumbest gift I think I've ever received. Ever.
As a junior in college.
A stuffed whale shark. Stuffed animal of a whale shark.
I mean, I can't speak much. I love Wendy. And I did not like Wendy at first. Wendy and I had a rough start to the relationship. Wendy and I got off to a bad start, but she's warming up to me.
Do you put her away when your significant other isn't there, and then when she's there,
Yeah.
you put it?
No, actually, Wendy stays in the bed 24/7.
Mm.
Mhm.
I would like to make a rude Twitch joke about Wendy, but I won't. So
No, do not. Surprised you didn't.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
I didn't think of that till I have it right now. I got lucky.
Did you name it Wendy or?
The name is Wendy. The Squishmallows come with like a pre-named, like they're named already. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
So
her name is Wendy.
So none of them are going to be named Imagine Dragons.
No, they will not be named that. No, really, that's your best effort you got? Come on.
No, I'm not gonna. You think I'm really gonna make a joke like that? I'm gonna have to bleep out the entire thing.
Good point.
Yeah, you could be like
Right.
my brother Trent, who fell for the Kansas part. So.
That was all-time Twitch clip. All time.
And he's
So
like,
good.
no, don't clip that whenever you stop.
Oh, that was great. So great.
Oh, man. 1/3, man. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
You're part of that percentage,
I am. I'm proud of it.
part of the minority.
Mm-hmm.
But the majority of you have probably listened to the end of this podcast. So that concludes another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. Buy our merch. I'm wearing a long sleeve. Matt probably wore something over the weekend that was
I did.
Funny Business.
I wore the sweatshirt out. Yep.
Knew it. We got some banger deals for you. It supports the channel. It supports us to continue to do this amazing content. It's a good gift for St. Patrick's Day or Valentine's Day or Easter or Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever that may be. You can find all that information with all of our other social media at solo.to/funnybusiness. Mr. Matthew,
Mm-hmm.
what is your advice for the good people this week?
My advice, I believe this is first time advice, not repeat.
Wow, thank the Lord.
I know, right? Just mind your damn business. Just so this got brought on, not you personally mind your damn business. So Patrick Mahomes is getting a lot of shit online for his girlfriend and his brother. While I might not be biggest fans of them, a lot of people are now making jokes at the expense of like his engagement with them, with his fiance. Just mind your business.
Yeah.
You cannot like someone and not like terrorize their lives on Twitter or like terrorize their lives on like Facebook memes. Like just mind your business. Let the guy live his life.
And do you know the worst part about him is like, you know, part of the thing is how you have people mind their own damn business is to not be so public with everything that goes on in your relationship. But like Patrick Mahomes is trying to just be a normal person, and yet that escalates it even more because he's an NFL player.
It's just sad. Like just let the dude live his life. Let him be a football player. We don't have to bring his wife into it or his fiance or his brother, because that's just, you wouldn't do that at any other family.
No,
so
you
just
wouldn't.
Don't do it to him just because he's a celebrity and a superstar.
Just let him be happy.
Yeah, let him live his life.
Let him live his life. So, Matt, is there any business you want me to be out of for you?
None.
I don't know why I did that.
None ya damn
business. We are losing brain cells as the minutes go on.
We are.
Well, yeah, mind your own damn business. We hope you guys have a wonderful week. Big shout out to my brother, Philip, on his 20th birthday. Happy birthday, Phil.
Happy birthday, Phil.
Love you, brother. Hope you're doing well. You're staying safe. God bless all the troops that are in the United States and around the world. And until the next episode, see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.